This week's Parsha is Parshas Devarim, and the beginning of this week's Parsha starts off with Moshe Rabbeinu recounting his experience with Klal Yisrael over the past 40 years in the Midbar. And Moshe Rabbeinu takes Klal Yisrael to task for all the Averis that they've committed over the past 40 years in the Midbar. With the Maisa with Zimri, the Maisa with Kairach, the Maisa with the Egel, all the different things that they've done wrong. And however, Moshe Rabbeinu says it in a very subtle, veiled way. He doesn't say it outright and say, oh, you did this, you did that. He hints to it, he alludes to it. For example, it says that Moshe said, we were in Dizahav, we were in a place where there was an excess of gold. That's it, that's all Moshe says. But Rashi explains that this was a reference to the sin of the golden calf, the Aveira of the Egel Azav that they committed. And Moshe just hints to these issues and these Averis that they did without saying it outright. And Rashi explains that the reason Moshe Rabbeinu did this was in order to keep the respect and the honor of Klal Yisrael without making them feel bad. Question is asked from Moshe Sternbach in his Sefer Tam V'das al Torah. What's the difference? Why did Moshe need to say it so subtly and so quietly? Why didn't he just say it outright? If, number one, Klal Yisrael did these Averis, they did something wrong, so why couldn't you say it? Second of all, if the whole reason was to make them not lose their respect, who are they losing their respect in front of? None of the other nations were there. They were still in the Midbar at this point. So why is it that he needed to veil his admonition when they wouldn't be embarrassed in front of anybody because nobody else was there? It was just Klal Yisrael themselves he was talking to. Says Moshe Sternbach, says when you want to give someone musar, they have to believe that you are giving them musar because you care about them. Not because you just want to give them musar, you think they did something wrong. In order for Moshe Rabbeinu's musar, his teichecha, to be accepted by Klal Yisrael, he had to show them that he cared about them. And how did he do that? By hinting to it. By alluding to it and not saying it outright, not being so stark on them and so forceful. By beating around the bush a little bit and making sure that Klal Yisrael doesn't feel like they're getting embarrassed from themselves. Moshe Rabbeinu was able to get Klal Yisrael to listen to him and thereby get them to work on themselves and become a better nation, a better people. Now that it's the 3 weeks, the 9 days, we're coming close to Tisha B'Av, which the Beis HaMikdash was destroyed because of Sinas Chinam. Let us all take an extra effort to be more sensitive to people, to not admonish people or say things outright, but to beat around the bush, be a little bit more sensitive, be a little more careful how you treat people, and may we be zeiche and that's chus to see the geula shalema b'mher v'yameinu amen. Have a beautiful Shabbos.